Welcome to a tour of Vanderbilt University School of Nursing. The school consists of 4 connecting buildings on the Vanderbilt University main campus. We enter into the school through the main doors into the Colleen Conway Welch atrium. On the left is Godshaw Hall. Through the glass doors is the nursing annex. Then towards the right is Frist Hall. And then to the far right is the newly completed School of Nursing building. The atrium provides open areas for events and socializing and connects all the buildings. During business hours, there's usually a receptionist available and aware of building access for safety. Additional directional information can be obtained from the interactive map. We're going to start with the new School of Nursing building, which is yet to be named, so we'll continue to refer to it as the School of Nursing building. It opened in 2019. The first floor provides easy access to prospective or current student services, including admissions, financial aid, student affairs, the registrar, and alumni affairs. If we go through the first glass door, we'll walk through to point out these areas. Admissions is along the first and back hall, then to alumni affairs and student affairs. The Director of Student Financial Services can be accessed easily from the way we came or even easier from the other hallway without having to go through the admission space. There is a mail room for faculty and staff. There is not a mail room for students. All graded assignments and mail are sent electronically to students. The conference room is a perfect location for prospective student weekly meetings with the admissions counselors and can be used for other meetings too. Then we're back to the atrium. We'll go up the grand staircase to the second floor. Immediately to the right is the second floor of the new building. Student services extend to this floor, with the first hallway being the clinical placement team. The hall to the left and side includes senior academic leadership and support staff, including the Director of Nursing Informatics Specialty and the Director of Program Evaluation along the left hall. And around the corner, the Associate Dean for Non-Tenure Faculty Affairs and Faculty Development, the Associate Dean for Equity, Diversity, Inclusion, and the Senior Associate Dean for Academics is in the corner. There's a technologically advanced meeting classroom space along the front of the building. On the third floor is a greatly expanded simulation and skills lab, including 13 patient care bays with observation control rooms fitted with one-way glass, 2 debriefing conference rooms, and simulation preparation areas. Each bay has a hospital bed, functioning head wall, vitals monitor, simulation gas outlets, and computer. There's a dedicated obstetrics bay for simulated birth and complications used for the pre-specialty and the midwifery specialty level students. All advanced practice specialties have access to the lab and coordinate with the simulation lab staff to create and evaluate simulations. Areas can be transformed into emergency, pediatric, bedside, and neonatal or practitioner office simulations. The lab has new high-fidelity nursing simulation mannequins designed to provide realistic interactions and challenges for students. Every bed has 2 cameras and 2 microphones for recording purposes. The simulation lab uses a product from Beeline Medical, which captures audio and high-quality video during the simulation encounter, streams live to faculty and students watching the simulation in real time, as well as records it for playback during the debrief and assessment sessions. The director and simulation lab nurses have office space on the 3rd floor close to the sim lab. The building's 4th floor houses 2 technologically advanced rooms, the virtual classroom and interactive classroom. It also has some shared offices for faculty who teach in the pre-specialty component of the MSN. The interactive classroom supports flipped classroom teaching and other creative uses, such as the virtual ultrasound lab for the emergency nurse practitioner specialty. The virtual classroom is configured with high-end production video and audio equipment, allowing for recordings of content to be presented either synchronously or asynchronously. The 5th floor houses offices for pre-specialty faculty and staff. Most are shared offices. Staff support for this pre-specialty faculty is located on this floor, close to the faculty. The Assistant Dean for Academics, Generalist Nursing Practice, has an office on this floor. Most pre-specialty faculty are on the 4th and 5th floor of this building. A large conference room is also available on this floor. And now we'll go back and start over on the first floor to the building right next door, which is Frist Hall. So Frist Hall articulates on the first and second floor with the new building. The first floor consists of the student lounge that has a kitchenette and a private lactation room. And anybody can use that lactation room, whether it's a visitor, faculty, staff, or student. An ATM and charging station are centrally located. The first floor also has a theater-style classroom, and next to it is an assessment lab used by all of the MSN and Postmaster Certificate students in clinical specialties. There are some student lockers on this floor. The second floor of Frist Hall houses the Senior Associate Dean for Informatics and the supporting administrative associates, along with the majority of the Frist Nursing Informatics Center staff. Easy access for faculty, staff, and students. The FNIC, or the Frist Nursing Informatics Center staff, manage issues related to hardware, software support, networking, database work, classroom and video support, graphics, instructional design, web development, and computer lab services. The FNIC Computer Lab holds 35 computers. This center is used for classes, for individual student computer use, and for proctored testing. There is a smaller area partitioned off for testing with minimal distraction. The FNIC has printing capabilities available to students, and more student lockers are located on this floor. Of note, the student technology support is handled primarily by staff in an office close to the computer lab and elevator. The central location is also useful for faculty and staff who may need assistance. The third floor of Frist Hall is primarily master's, postmaster's certificate, specialty faculty offices. Directors have private offices and other faculty are in shared offices. Staff support offices are located close to the academic areas in which they support. All have desktop computers with dual monitors unless they have opted to have a laptop instead of a desktop. The director and simulation lab nurses have office space on the third floor close to the sim lab. And then back to the atrium. We'll walk towards the annex. As we do, you'll see a faculty lounge and kitchen is available for faculty and staff. There's a video wall that's dedicated to displaying the research and scholarly endeavors, publications, awards, and other highlights from within VUSN and Vanderbilt University. There are restrooms, refillable water station, and vending machines available on the way to the annex. Of note, throughout the VUSN buildings, there are 9 restrooms designated for women only, 8 designated for men, and 7 designated as gender neutral. The nursing annex is located through the double glass doors at the back of the atrium. This building houses the 2 largest classrooms in addition to 8 smaller classrooms. Because this building is underground, it also serves as a shelter for tornadoes and other emergencies requiring shelter. Each classroom is equipped with laser projectors displaying the content in high definition. In addition to each classroom containing a desktop computer, each classroom is equipped with Creston Air Media, allowing a lecturer to wirelessly present from any laptop, tablet, or cell phone. These classrooms also contain Creston NVX devices, which allows us to route a classroom video, audio, and lecture content to any other with 0 latency in the event of required overflow spaces. The back hallway connects through a basement to the hospital, student health center, post office, and other areas. Godshaw Hall was originally a dormitory for nursing students on the Vanderbilt University campus. It has been maintained and renovated several times over. It was most recently renovated in 2019. The building has 7 levels, including a basement used for storage. The first floor contains one of the gender-neutral restrooms, the office of the dean, and the administrative associates that support that office, the dean's conference room, the senior associate dean for administration and operations, the director of finance, operations and space facilities, the director of finance, payroll, and operations, and the director of communications. The Godshaw Hall living room, also on the first floor, is a space for meetings, classes, and other social gatherings. In addition, there's a large display of VUSN historical artifacts to be found along the wall opposite the office of the dean and within the glass cabinet in the living room. The second floor of Gottschall Hall houses the office of the Senior Associate Dean for Clinical and Community Partnerships, the director of the DNP program, the director of the Site Mental Health Specialty, and the director of Nursing and Healthcare Leadership Specialty. Support staff and several practice and teaching faculty have offices on this floor. The offices for the 2 instructional designers are located on this floor close to the hallway that connects to Frist Hall and the new School of Nursing building. There is 1 conference room. The third floor of Gottschall Hall contains offices for the director of the Pediatric Nurse Practitioner Acute Care Specialty, the director of the PNP Primary Care Specialty, the director of the Adult Gero Acute Care Specialty, and the director of the Emergency Nurse Practitioner Specialty. This floor also has hoteling space for part-time pediatric faculty. 1 large conference room, 1 classroom, and faculty offices are also located on this floor. The 4th and 5th floors of Gottschall Hall house primarily the PhD program faculty and the postdoc program, the Center for Research Development and Scholarship staff, and research assistants. Gottschall Hall's 4th floor houses the office of the Senior Associate Dean for Research and also has a conference room. The 5th floor of Gottschall Hall contains behavioral lab, meeting rooms. These rooms provide a comfortable interview area for study participants with a 2-way mirror that allows for observation and an audio-visual station for documenting raw research data. The 5th floor also has a copy room and conference room. The 6th floor of Gottschall Hall contains offices for the director of the Women's Health Nurse Practitioner Specialty and the director of the Nurse Midwifery Specialty. It also has associated support staff and teaching faculty. In addition, there's a large conference classroom and a small kitchenette. And there's also a rooftop terrace for faculty, staff, and students on this floor. So just as a reminder, we have the 4 buildings that we've toured. There's the new School of Nursing building, Frist Hall, the Nursing Annex, and Gottschall Hall. So this concludes the tour of the Vanderbilt School of Nursing.